We are back. What a weekend of wrestling, boys. Backlash. Going into the weekend, I thought for sure that this was going to be one of those snoozer pay-per-views like a lot of these pay-per-views are right after WrestleMania. This was not.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
What
it was
I
good.
was actually
Better than I thought.
Yeah, I was actually very impressed with several of the matches that I haven't seen the whole thing, but because we were actually out that night, but we were Wyatt and I were watching it while we were at a hockey game. So Buddy's hockey game. So, but what matches I saw were actually pretty darn good. So,
well, I'm impressed. We're gonna get this started off with the first match of the night. It was Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. The crowd was so behind Io in this.
That match was definitely match of the night, I think. I
don't know about that. I don't know about that, but it was.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked it.
It was good. And I give Io Sky a lot of credit. She held her own with Bianca, and like you said, the crowd was solely behind her, which was very interesting because Bianca's the baby face. So what? And there's a question for both of you. Do either of you know why the crowd was like? This is Puerto Rico. This is not Japan. This is not even another crowd in the U.S. This is Puerto Rico. Why do you guys know why they were so behind Io? Because I sure as heck don't. Did she wrestle down there?
Ricky, what do you think?
I don't know. In a way, I'm almost thinking some of the fans may be tired of seeing the strap on Bianca. They just probably want a new champion. Io's young, she's popular. I thought she put on a hell of a match.
Yeah,
honestly, from venue to venue, every time I've ever been anywhere or wrestled anywhere or managed anywhere, every place is different. ATCW fans are different type of fans. Virginia fans are different type of fans. Maryland fans, it's different when you walk in a different room. The fans, to me, the fans can make or break a wrestler. And tonight or that night, Puerto Rico they're just different crowd. They popped for everything, and they were behind people you normally wouldn't think they were behind, and they just loved Io Sky for sure.
Yeah, and again, she had a great showing against Bianca. It wasn't one of Bianca's best matches, but
she did botch a couple things.
Well, she was supposed to be selling the arm, right? We saw the main botch. Not really. Well, yeah, I guess it was a botch.
Yeah.
The main one where she press slammed her over her head and let go of the one hand and was selling the shoulder and dropped Io right on her face.
Yeah. I honestly didn't come away with a broken nose on that one. Or maybe even broken cheekbone or orbital socket, but
there's a lot of padding on these rings, so yeah, she wasn't going to break anything.
Yeah,
she a lot of times with those mats, there is a little bit of padding. Sometimes there's double padding, and when your hands hit those mats, it gives you it's like a thing that tells your body, hey, we're okay. When you put your hands down, because she put her hands down first.
Did she? I thought she right with her face.
Nah, her hands touched first and then they gave. So it was almost like she felt the mat and then let up too much and drove her face into the mat.
Oh,
yeah, no, it did not look good. There was also a point too where the crowd was so behind Io. Bianca looked at somebody and did this. She did a very heelish move, and I was like, oh boy, are we gonna get a turn here?
It's good though. It's good. Play to the crowd.
Yeah, Bianca read the room well, and again, did kind of some stuff that, again, she played heel. It's kind of like the Rock Hogan situation at 18. Rock was coming in, should have been coming in as a strong baby face, and Hogan as the strong heel, but because it was Toronto, the crowd switched them. So Rock read the room. It's like, all right, well, I'll do some heel stuff. Well, Bianca did the same deal. She read the room and did some, again, not as much as the Rock did, but she did some heelish stuff that was like, okay, she's playing the crowd. She's reading the room. She's doing exactly what she should be doing in a situation like that when the crowd is kind of flopped the whole storyline of, babyface and heels, and they're cheering for the completely other person. So Yeah, like she did good in that aspect of it. She really read the room and played that heelishness a little bit up, which was good. So again, not Bianca's best showing as far as moves, but definitely again she had that. She played a good heel. So that was
Side
definitely.
note, I also love Bailey's pants.
How could you not love
Love
those
her
pants?
ass.
Yeah.
How can you not love her pants? It's Puerto Rico, so there's a lot. It's different dress code. I think this definitely was not Jeddah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about dress code later with the Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega match. Holy cow, there's some dress code there. But
I'm okay with all of that. Anyway, let's move on. Great match.
Love me some mommy too.
Give it a grade, Scott. Give it a grade.
Solid B for me. Definitely. Like
Ricky?
I give it an A minus.
I'm gonna give it an A also. I'm not giving it a minus for sure. I'm not giving it a minus. I'm gonna give it an A. It was a great match. It told a story from front to back. Even the interference with Bailey, you caught a little part of there of Bailey where Dakota was trying to talk her out of not coming down to the ring, and she was doing it anyway, kind of just waving her off a little bit. Dakota did get involved, but I think we might see a little bit coming here for Damage Control, whether they're going to stay together or not. Who knows? But I give it a solid
Io
A.
definitely had a good enough showing that she could be solo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, next match. We had Seth Rollins and almost Ricky.
Almost beat him. Beat him. This match again, it was pretty solid. I love the finish for it. The finish was just outstanding. The way that Omos blocked one of the stops and then just kept kicking out at one and just launching Rollins off, and then just the way that Rollins hit him with two stomps and then had to do the super stomp off the top was just excellent. Excellent finish. That's how you beat a big man.
There you go, Scotty.
Yeah, definitely not either one of the guys' best matches by far, but definitely Seth, I think, did a good job of showing off what Omos can do. Again, there were some things that was like, all right, like you can tell that Omos is very limited, as in like you watch, like Omos would stand in the middle of the ring and Seth would come to him. Like his movement is very limited. He doesn't, he can be a statue in the ring sometimes, and that's kind of.
I mean, he is a statue. He's 7.5 feet tall.
But like again, there are big guys that are very agile for their size. I mean, you look at Kane, you look at Taker, you look at other guys who for bigger guys had agility. Like Omos is definitely not one of those guys that has the agility or moves in any way that's normal.
I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit here. I think every match he wrestles, he gets better and better. And he is not a high flyer. He's not supposed to be a high flyer. If he was flying and doing sentons off the top ropes, we'd be tearing Triple H apart for why we have
but see the
monster doing this kind of stuff.
But he sentons. I'm just saying that he needs to have more mobility where he can go to the other guy rather than have the other guy come to him.
Where he so he is stalking when he is a predator. When you're looking at this guy, he is a predator. When you and Seth is the prey. Yes, absolutely. Seth is the prey. Wow. So he is supposed to move not at light speed. He is supposed to move. He's stalkingly around the ring. And that is what Omos does. Andre the Giant. Andre did the exact same. Andre never see Andre running ropes.
But
he never
almost
never ran through the ropes.
There were several moments where Omos never moved from the center of the ring at all. And I was watching that. I was like, dude, like you have the ability. You can walk. Like you don't have to run at somebody, but you can walk. You can move. You can go push a guy into the ropes. You can like everything that happened was Seth going to Omos, not Omos going to Seth. And again, I'm not saying he needs to run. I'm just saying he needs to move in a he needs to move at all instead of just standing there in the center of the ring.
Well, at 7'10" or whatever, 8 foot or whatever, how tall he is, 300 plus pounds, he is the ring.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
He doesn't have to move very far to get to a corner.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
let's grade this. What did you think? I thought this was I honestly thought it was a great match. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna give this match definitely a B, a B minus for sure. Almost better every time he gets in the ring. And Seth is Seth. I mean, Seth makes everybody look great, right? No matter who it is, Seth finds a way. And them telling the story of the double stomps and not working, him coming off the top rope. And honestly, when he delivered that stomp from the top rope, almost took it perfectly.
Yeah.
I think it was perfect.
Great sell.
Yeah, it was great. Like it wasn't a delayed reaction. Like he went with the move. I give him a lot of credit.
Yes.
B on my end. Give him a B.
Yeah, agreed.
B
I will disagree slightly. Only I'll take it down a slight grade. I'll just say it's C plus. Again,
Buzzkill.
It was a good
Damn
Seth match, again, and he really put the big guy over, in a lot of the moves he did, but almost is just like there's just he needs more time off television to kind of work on his skill and get better so that when he does come on television, he's
he is working house shows and stuff, so he is on that house show, Lube. Again, I can't. I mean, he is, for what Omos is, the size he is, he's doing a phenomenal job. Exactly. And whether we like it or not, they're going to push him. They are going to push him. Again, and remember too, if I grab Ricky, I should be able to sling Ricky pretty easily, right? That's how I should be able to sling Ricky. If I grab a hold of you, Scott, you're going to be a little bit harder to move, right? You're going to be a little stiffer, right? It's not going to be as easy to move you from one side of the ring to the other. And that's how you got to look at Omos. Like Omos is a big, stiff, almost an immovable object who should never leave his feet, by the way. Should never leave his feet, by the way.
Absolutely
and
not.
He does every once in a while, but it's not like he's not taking these monster bumps yet. But anyway. All right. The triple threat match that honestly, I guess WWE did not give two shits about the United States match. Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed.
Bronson, not Brunson.
Bronson Reed. Sorry, Bronson Reed. He moved like
almost
Brunson.
got it.
Almost. Scotty, what'd you think of this 8-minute match? Because legit, it was about 8 minutes.
I mean, again, it was short, that's for sure. But there were a lot of big things that happened in it. Bronson Reed impresses me more and more. Like he is the Bam Bam Bigelow of this generation. He can move for a guy his size. He can do explosive things that you don't expect out of a guy that size. Lashley was Lashley. I mean, the sad thing is they're kind of burying him, which is really sad to see. Because again, he like a guy his size and his physique, and the fact of what age he is, the fact that he still looks. Him and Shelton Benjamin are two guys that really, they still look exactly like they did when they first started in the business, and they're, being buried. But Lashley, especially, like, he can still do the stuff he used to do, and they're burying him in the middle of the card. Even like he's almost becoming a jobber in a lot of ways. And it's just like, I don't know. But Austin Theory had some good moments as well. He had came in for the heel win. I almost thought there was one, what was it? The Bronson Reed splash, I think it was, where I was like,
the tsunami.
Yeah, the tsunami where he came off the top. I was like, okay, that's it. That's, and then I don't know if the timing, because I really thought it was 3. I don't know if Austin's timing was off, but he literally just comes in off screen like a bullet and breaks up the count. I was like, oh my god!
He went to throw Bobby to one side, and then I don't know what happened. He ended up throwing him out the other side and getting a pin.
But yeah, no, it was definitely, again, it was it was short, but there was some explosive stuff in it, and it definitely highlighted Austin Theory's heelness ish, and then
it's predictable.
It was predictable, but it ended up,
Like,
but it
you
highlighted
knew
some.
that was exactly how the little guy was going to overcome these two beasts of men.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
no, I mean,
Well, I think
Me-
Ricky, you and I discussed this, that they just came off of giving him the Cena rub.
Yeah,
There
well,
was
that
no
too.
way
Yeah,
they were going to
there
have
was
him
no way they were
lose to
going to
Bobby
lose.
yeah,
or Brunson Reed. And and honestly, this match disappointed me in a lot of ways. At first it was 8 minutes. You got
yeah.
two monsters in the ring and Austin Theory, and you can only muster 8 minutes. Now, I don't know. At this point, we didn't have any match go over time. So to give them 8 minutes was like is a detriment to all three of those guys. Now,
Yeah,
people don't like Austin Theory. He's got a great look, kind of a dick, but that's how he's supposed to be. Uh, um,
yeah, he
Bronson
plays
is
the character well.
he does play the game. Bronson is a monster. The guy does move like Bam Bam. There was a point where I thought he was doing he was going to come off the top rope and do a what's the
Shooting
Moonsault.
backwards
star.
no this
The
the
moonsault.
moonsault. I thought he was
Oh.
moonsaulting from the top out to the. I was like, if this fucking guy does this, I'm never watching wrestling again.
Yeah, there should have just been at least 8 minutes of Bronson and Lashley just totally just beating the holy
Annihilating
shit
each
out
other.
of each other.
Now,
Yeah.
when it comes to burying guys, some people look into burying. I mean, Bobby's held the world title. He's held the U.S. title. I don't know. I don't think he's held the Intercontinental title. But at some point in your career, you have to start putting other guys over too. So, and Bobby's been around a while now.
Yeah.
Bobby is a enhancement talent right now, mid-card enhancement talent. At any moment they could put him in the world title scene if they wanted to, because he's that kind of guy. But they did that. They've already done that, right? And you got to make room for guys. You got to make room for new guys to do that, and you got to make room for the new guys coming up. So that's just kind of what his role is right now. They'll probably get back to doing Bobby Lashley stuff when they can. But right now, it's about a lot of these new guys, and you saw in this pay-per-view, it was a lot of fresh faces. It was Alina, it was Bronson, it was Austin, it was Io. I mean, you're seeing a lot of fresh faces. I mean, Cody's not fresh, but he's fresh to the company, right? I mean, a lot of fresh faces. This pay-per-view was a lot different than a lot of other pay-per-views. I think that's why Puerto Rico was behind him. So give this Scotty give this 8-minute match a grade.
Again, I have to go to a C plus. Again, it was good for what it was, but again, like you said, 8 minutes, and that's not doing anybody any favors. So a C plus for the effort for that one. So
Ricky,
C.
I'm not going to agree with either one of you guys. I'm giving it a D, only because they only gave these guys 8 minutes. These guys are monsters. Bronson Reed is a monster. Like, give this guy all the time in the world. And I don't think they did these guys any favors. I'm disappointed in how this was booked. Actually, I thought it was lazy booking the way this is every triple threat match, right? Some guy hits a monster finisher, and then some little skinny douchebag rolls in and gets the pin. I mean, I'm just, to me,
yes,
like I said, too predictable.
Too predictable.
It is too predictable. I do agree with you, but to keep Austin Theory where he's at, like, Austin Theory is a younger, more inexperienced MJF. Like, he's got that. Like, that's exactly what MJF would have done in a triple threat match. You know, MJF would have rolled, like, MJF might even more have used the ring or some other kind of, but still, like, found a way to
what MJF's going to do in that fatal 4-way at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So, I mean, like I said, like, Austin Theory is WWE's MJF. The younger, more inexperienced MJF. So I think the result was right, and I think the way they did the finish was right. But like you said, 8 minutes, and not, like, it didn't show off, and, like, it didn't show the best of all three of those guys. So
Austin Theory couldn't hold the Triple B. He couldn't hold MJF's jock strap, and he definitely couldn't hold a Triple B. All right. So next match, Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. Did any of you guys ever in your heart or mind think that Zelina was gonna win this title?
No.
0% chance.
And this is a match where I was a little disappointed because with the buildup that they had with Zelina, and again, yes, she's not going to win the title, but make this a stronger showing by Zelina. Again, like the match was short. There was a lot of power moves between the two of them. Well, mostly Rhea, but it just like all of a sudden it was like you look up and it's Riptide 1, 2, 3, and the match is over. And it's like, and then you leave Zelina standing in the ring getting the cheers from the crowd. It's like, okay, it wasn't quite what I was expecting. Like again, I wasn't expecting her to win, but I wasn't expecting almost a complete burial in some ways. Like where it's just like, okay, she's done that quick, especially when the crowd is so far behind her. Like give them, like they could have had some more twists and turns. Like
they ran for like 20 minutes.
That didn't feel like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that felt like that was. I mean, it was like boom, boom, boom. It felt like it was done. Like I was like, wow. So 20 minutes is surprising. I did not expect.
I'll see if I can find
find the actual time frame, because if it's 20, wow, because that didn't feel like 20. And maybe maybe that's a good thing. Maybe like a match going by that fast and you kind of like want more out of it. It's like, okay, I mean, and not in a bad way. It's just like, wow, match going by that fast is kind of unusual. So, I mean, because I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it just felt like they killed Zelina. They like squashed Zelina too quickly to me. So I don't know.
I'm not surprised at all. I mean, like I said, this isn't the same as Omos versus Seth Rollins. Like Zelina is not on that level. Putting her in a title match, I guess I was fine with it, but the fact she just had zero chance to win this. Like I honestly didn't expect her to put up much of a fight. So, I mean, it is what it is.
All right, here's the match times. Bianca and Io went 17:57. Seth almost went 10:31. Boy, that felt longer. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Both
The triple threat match was less than 7 minutes.
Wow. Ooh.
They're saying the Rhea match was less than 8 minutes.
Really? See?
It wasn't that long.
This match is this right?
Like I said, that's why I felt
This
like
can't be right.
It felt like it went by so
They're
quick.
saying the Lesnar Cody match was only 9 minutes and 40 seconds.
Well, that's not surprising.
Yeah, I said about.
It might be right because
minutes.
the time on the Damian Priest match is correct. So
yeah, so
God, it felt longer.
And what about the tag team? I mean, I didn't see that, but what about the
22 minutes?
Okay.
The Damian Priest Bad Bunny match is the one that went over.
Yeah,
it went over by. It was like 25 minutes. That street fight.
Yeah, not surprising though. But yeah, no. Again, like I said, like it just again, I don't disagree with you, Ricky. Like I knew she wasn't winning, but it's like, all right, it's her. It's this is where she's originally from. Like her family's from there. Like the crowd is thoroughly behind her. Yes, we know she's not going to win, but give it more of a push where it's just like not like boom, 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 Riptide, she's done. Like
I'll tell you what, if this was Tony Khan booking this, Rhea wins easily. Hometown hero in her own place. She's winning the title.
Zelina.
Some way, somehow.
Zelina. You mean Zelina.
You said Rhea.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that's what I meant. Zelina.
So this match was what it was. This match was meant to get the crowd pop. I actually would have opened the night with this match.
Yeah.
This is the match that I would have opened to get everybody involved.
Yeah.
Rhea was supposed to look super strong here. There was no way Zelina should look like at any moment in this match that she should win. And she didn't. And they did it
exactly.
right. There was a lot of feel good to this, the crying. And actually I'm such a sissy anymore. I don't know if it's old age, but I get teary eyed when I see this kind of stuff because that girl has been in the company forever. She was fired. They brought her back. Her husband wrestles in another company. Um, she's been ups and downs in wrestling, and she's never been anything but really a valet, right? She's never
Pretty
been
much.
anything. So they bring her in. They do this show in Puerto Rico, which was, by the way, genius. I don't know whose idea it was or how far out this was planned, but this was genius. This was great. They should do more shit like this in other countries because the crowd is, again, you saw a different crowd. When you go to
Well,
Canada, what kind of crowd do you get?
yeah.
Right?
Well,
They're
and
behind
that,
the singing, the constant singing and stuff. So Zelina was not gonna win this match by far. So this was a feel good thing of the night. They got the mom involved. They got the brother involved. I think that whole front row was her family.
yeah.
Just everybody. Now, I don't know the thing about the shoe. I don't understand the thing about the shoe. I don't know if that's something that,
It's
your
something like
Puerto
the
Rican mother brings out a shoe.
the crowd pop on it. So it has it's something to do with Puerto Rico. There's
Child
something.
abuse is what I think. You're gonna get your ass beat. That's how I think it was gonna be, some sort of child abuse, and we were behind it. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and grade this. We knew. I'm gonna give this match. This match was definitely from. I'm gonna give it a C, only because it was a shorter match. Wasn't nothing crazy stood out to me. Zelina didn't do anything crazy. Her outfit was amazing. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm talking about the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about easy. Settle down there, Ricky.
There was flag everywhere on her,
Yeah,
buddy.
you were about to cut, that flag was about to get a different shade.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna give this a C for sure. We all knew what was going to
Same.
happen here. Ricky gives it a C.
C plus for me. If again, like you said, we knew what was going to happen. But really quickly, something I just want to point out to you. What you just said a little bit ago about going over and doing stuff in other countries, the crowds and stuff like that. Like, that's one of the things, like, to me, by far, so far this year, one of my favorite, or like over the last, year run, has been Clash at the Castle. My favorite show because of that crowd. Same thing with this one. Like, again, not necessarily my favorite, but definitely the crowd reaction, hearing these people, like, and again, I wish we could get our crowds like this. I don't know whether it's just because there's so many more dedicated soccer fans over there in both Europe and Puerto Rico, Mexico, that region, or what it is, but those crowds, they go.
Well, I tell you, the crowds here feel like they're all wrestlers themselves, right? They all feel like they want to be part of the show, so they're yelling stupid shit, getting shit thrown at them. Scott, you're one of those dopes that throw stuff at people, right? I mean, they want to be the show. They're not the show. They want to be the show. But when you go to these other countries, you go to Canada, you go to Puerto Rico, you go to England or whatever, they're part of being the show is singing. They do that thing when they sing for Bailey. She, as a heel, good luck. She is still smiling and loving every second of that. It's just a different. The people from the United States, they do it. You go to football, they're yelling stupid shit at guys that could smash them into oblivion if they wanted to. Like, this is how America is. We're fucked up.
Yeah. Wow.
And you go to Japan and you watch those you watch New Japan or anything like that. What are those fans doing?
Dead silent.
They're quiet. They're sitting on their hands. And every once in a while, they'll pull off a barrage and then everybody will clap. But it's not like a.
But see, and that's the interesting thing about the different cultures. Europe and Latin America and South America is all the big soccer fans. Over there, they're like, and it's not that they're not enjoying the show in Japan. It's just the respect aspect over there. Like 50, 60 years of just like, because that was going on in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. Like, where again, like even a Terry Funk who would tear up the ring and just destroy everything. It was silence and some smattering of applause because it was a respect thing over there. So it's always interesting to see how different crowds react to different things. America, like you said, we're just fucked up. We don't have
right. It just want to be part of the show. All right, let's move on. We had the 6-man tag: Riddle, Owens, Zayn. versus the Bloodline,
no.
Solo, and the
Hold on.
Usos.
You missed one. You missed two, actually.
Riddle, Owens, and no, I didn't miss anything yet. Just settle down, buddy. Settle down. This is the next one we're covering. There's other matches. There's other matches.
I thought you were going in order.
Fuck no. We haven't going in order.
Oh.
All right. So you got Riddle, Owens, and Zayn versus the Usos and Solo Sikoa. I'm going to be real honest. I fast forward through this match.
Whoa. Okay.
I fast forward through this match because I am sick. I don't like Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never
I'm
have.
not a Riddle fan either.
Never have. I don't know what it is. It's maybe because he likes feet. I don't know. I like Sammy.
He reminds us too much of Vince Russo, bro.
I like Sammy. No, not even close. I like Sammy. I like Kevin on their own. I don't like them together. I think Kevin doesn't know how to act when he's with other people. I think he just throws him off. This to me was not interesting. And honestly, the Bloodline stuff is starting to waver with me a bit. You did see in this match, and this was a lot of the match where Solo was like on the fence of what he should do, where his allegiance lies, and that's what this match was all about. Now we do a wrestling fantasy league. I had all my picks right, except for this one. I thought for sure that Bloodline was going to lose again, and Solo was going to lose his shit on Jay or do whatever. But you saw it. The cracks are there. The Bloodline is on their way to do whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. I think still Solo is on the fence about what he should do. If these are his brothers, his shoot brothers, right? They're his real life brothers. So, I don't know. What'd you guys think of this match? You got Ricky. Did you watch? It
was another match. I almost could have cared less about for the same reason. Like Riddle, never been a big Riddle fan. Hated putting him with Randy Orton because I love Randy. He's one of my all-time favorites. I don't know. I just can't.
That wasn't bad stuff.
I'm just not a fan of Riddle.
Yeah, I didn't think. I think Randy
he's
really
like a more drugged out RVD.
True.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
but RVD had,
but the whole Bloodline thing, like I was just waiting for Solo to just start throwing thumbs everywhere, even at Jay and Jimmy, no matter what happened.
I cannot stand Riddle's palm strikes. This guy is an MMA guy. You got to lay these in. These are the sissiest looking palm strikes I've ever seen from a wrestler. And if I was Solo, if I was Jimmy or Jay, and he started doing this shit to me, I'm no selling him, and I'm fucking him up. This guy is an ex-MMA guy who should be able to throw palm strikes. Or I don't know. Apologize later after you potato somebody, but at least make me believe that you're hitting somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
But anyway, I was not impressed with this. The Bloodline did win. They held up. So we're going to see where they go from here. Scott, is this one of the matches you missed?
This is the only two I missed were Cody and Brock and the Bloodline versus the other three. So, yeah, no.
You didn't miss much here.
Yeah, so doesn't sound like I missed anything.
I did catch, I did watch the last 2 or 3, about the last 5 minutes of it. It was 20 couple minutes, I guess. I watched the last couple minutes. It was, I mean, it looked like something you would see on SmackDown. I mean, it wasn't. And I'm going to, because Riddle was involved, if Riddle wasn't involved, I would give this match a B. Because Riddle was involved, I'm giving it I'm not even going to grade this bitch on a curve. I'm giving him a C.
Now, if it were on SmackDown, did they go to commercial after the first couple minutes of the match?
They should have. They should have. They should have. As
they should have just
rolls on.
They should have just replayed some of the pre-show during this match. Just to cover up.
They should have cut right to the shower scene with Zelina Vega, and we could have just skipped this whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, big C-. All
right, we have 2 matches left. We got the Bad Bunny, we got the Cody Rhodes. We're gonna do the Bad Bunny match last.
Okay.
Because there was a lot to unwrap in that match. That was a great that match was good. So let's do the Brock. Let's do Brock Cody. I did watch this match. What
Well,
did you
first of
think of this match, Scott? Did you watch this match? You didn't watch it.
No, I
Okay.
didn't. But
Ricky,
Ricky,
It
I
was-
want to. I want to hit you. I want to hit you first because you said something in the last video that we did about just like you basically moved for move what you thought was going to happen. Did like again? I haven't seen the match. What you said exactly happen move for move the way you split it? Because like I said, I haven't
There
seen.
was there was a lot of the consecutive German suplexes. Not quite as extreme as I put it. But what I did like was the turnbuckle removal and Brock just face planting and from what I read online was, oh, he bladed. Absolutely not.
what's
He was
that called, Ricky?
bleeding
What's that
his-
called, Ricky?
Huh?
What's that called, Ricky?
What called?
When he hit his head on the thing and he just started bleeding. What's that called?
Face planning?
No.
I don't
No.
know. What do you
What's
get at?
what's it
Hard
called?
way.
Shout out hard way. Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah, a
gotcha.
little hard way. Yo, he hit. I actually rewound that part a couple times because I wanted to see exactly. He caught that
He
little.
was
there's a
instantly
little-
bleeding.
There's a nut, a screw in a nut that goes inside. It looks like a horseshoe that goes across, and he looks like he caught that nut, and he knew it too. Because
Yeah.
as soon as he pulled away, he put his hand on
It
his
was
head.
just blood.
So
yeah, it
good.
was
Now
great.
that is
It was great.
Moxley. Take notes. That
Yeah.
is how you bleed.
Well, and,
Yeah.
like
Pull
and
it
when
out of his glove.
you remove the turnbuckle pad, it's exposing that like there's a lot of metal in there. Like even without a turnbuckle pad removal, like I remember an AEW match where was it Dax or Cash and
It was
FTR?
Cash
Like,
got his bicep caught on it.
See, that was on the backside. That was on the
Yeah.
backside.
and
Yeah,
again,
where
like,
it's
that's
exposed.
not the turnbuckle wasn't exposed, but again, turnbuckles like that can be dangerous in any situation. But I mean, Brock removing the pad and then looks like you get from one saying getting blood like that, getting juice
Cody
like that.
removed it.
Say
Cody
again?
removed it kind of like he was staggered and just kind of like went to go grab for it when I think Brock was about to give him a German suplex again or something, but he kind of reached for it like dazed and just pulled it
Yeah,
and it came off.
they do.
Ah.
Just,
Yeah,
they can just.
That
pop
was
off.
an excellent spot. Loved it. And even though I thought Brock was gonna win this match, like I absolutely love the fact that the way they finished it. The finish was great. The Kimura lock, and it looks like Cody has nowhere to go, and he just shifts the momentum right
Yep.
over and
Into a
gets
pin.
the 3 count.
So
And
he
Brock couldn't hear people go uno, dos, tres.
So he basically pulled a Roddy Piper Bret Hart situation where Bret rolled Piper up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically what it was. That's what it was, and it was the match was fairly decent. It was a typical Brock
was.
match.
It was.
The best part of that whole match was Cody got out of there smart, right?
Yep.
Because, once Brock realized what the hell was going on and somebody was getting crushed, the crowd was saying thank you, Lesnar, right? After it was over.
After the
and
show
Brock
went off.
actually stopped. He actually stopped and kind of looked around like I was like, oh, are we gonna get a moment here with Brock? But then he just kind of went back to the locker room. But yeah,
The ref had to give him a towel to wipe the blood off his face.
it was a lot of blood. There was blood
It
everywhere. It was
was.
all over Cody, all over his side. It was everywhere.
Cody took and
Wow.
rubbed it all over his chest.
Yeah, he did the little.
Yeah. Right before he gave him the crossroads twice.
No.
I'm gonna give this a B for sure. This is a typical Brock Lesnar match. Nothing stood out to me besides him hard way.
And don't
Shout
get
out.
paid by the hour.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. At least
B plus here.
Brock didn't get mad that he had to. He got booked early.
Yeah. B plus here.
Yeah, Scotty, for
Then-
everything that we have told you, you will get and let you give it a grade anyway.
I mean, again, from what it sounds like, I mean, I'd go with Ricky on the B plus. It sounds like I'm actually probably after we get off here, probably gonna go back and while I eat dinner or pop that match on to see what it was about because those were the only 2 matches I missed: the Usos and Cody and Brock. So I definitely kind of want to see this.
Watch Cody and Brock. Don't watch the Usos.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna pop on Cody and Brock and go from there. But yeah, yeah,
We're gonna move.
Sounds like a solid B+ to me. But yeah,
We're gonna move on to the match that should have ended the night. The
yeah.
San
Yes.
Juan Street Fight. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. I'm gonna throw my grip. This was an A+. This match from start to finish was good. The crowd was into every second of it. Priest
Definitely.
Priest was great selling for Bunny the whole time. And bunnies do fly. I don't know if you know that. Bunnies do fly.
Yeah.
The pop
Well, I mean,
for
we-
Carlito was just
Oh,
off
and
the
we'll
hook.
get we'll get to
Woo.
that. But there was a lot of surprises in this match. This match went for 25+ minutes.
Yeah.
They went over. They
Street
were
fight
definitely
has
booked, but it
to.
was so overbooked. It was so overbooked. The moves that Buddy was doing, the sliced bread and the Falcon arrows, and he went through 3 tables.
Bunny
And-
is not bad. Bunny
Bunny's
is not
a bad.
bad.
Now we'll get to the. Well, I got a question at the end of this. I'll ask you. But Buddy, for what he is, right? He's not the. I don't think he's the best celebrity
No.
wrestler we've ever
No.
seen. But he held his own. He did hold his own. He throws better punches than Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Right? I noticed that he's throwing way better punches. So the match goes on. The match, there was an 8-minute time frame in there where all of a sudden Ray comes down. No, I'm sorry.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, Dominic and Finn come down. They roll into the ring. They interfere. They kick the shit out of Bunny. You shouldn't hit a bunny anyway. They're so fragile. But he beats up. They're beating on the bunny.
It's
And here
rabbit
comes
season.
here comes Way. Ray comes down to the ring, slides in, gets a couple shots in. They start kicking the shit out of the ring, and then here comes the Viva la Raza. The LWO makes their way to the ring, and then it is just on from there. They are beating
Yeah.
the absolute
Yep.
dog piss out of Finn. And then it's kind of going back and forth. And then what happened, Ricky?
Carlito. Spit in the face of people who are
Carlito
food.
shows up, and he was just on. He was in a battle. Wasn't he in the
He was
battle
in the
royal?
Royal Rumble 2
Is
years
that what
ago.
it was? He looks great now. He's thickened up a bit. I don't know what kind of steroids are a lot different over in Puerto Rico. There's really no regulation on that kind of stuff. But he is he's huge. He's
Yeah,
huge. And
he's
then
jacked.
he wrestled on that Monday Night Raw in a tag team match after Rumble, right? Or after
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they never came back. But he showed up here and the crowd went absolutely berserk. Berserk for Carlito. And
Well,
he
Yeah.
still looks great.
Son or
He
grandson?
did his apple spit right in Dominic's face.
Right in Dominic's face. And a lot of times emotion gets these guys. They get into the ring. There's 17,000 plus people screaming your name. And he didn't botch one move. He set up everything perfectly for Ray to do the 619. And Carlito, man, bring back if we're pushing this LWO, Carlito has to
Yeah.
be there. And then
Yeah, gotta bring him
the
back.
godfather of the LWO, or the godfather of Latino wrestling, Savio Vega.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throwing those chops, and that chop to the throat look better than Matt Riddle's.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Now, like again, it was phenomenal just watching that whole thing go down. And like again, like it took me a sec when Carlito's music hit. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck? And then
I did the exact same thing.
and
I
then
even
it was
knew
like,
Carlito
Yep.
was coming, and I
Yeah.
didn't even realize it.
yeah, it took a second. I should have realized Carlito would have been there because again, like the son of the son or grandson of the Colognes. Like he's the
He's a
Cologne.
he's one of the
I don't
grandsons.
know. It shocked the hell out of me too. I spit my apple out.
But yeah, like I should have realized he would be down there because again, Puerto Rican wrestling, Cologne family, yeah, like you got to have Carlito in there. But yeah, like I said, it took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, why do I know that? And then I saw the afro. It was like, oh yeah, okay, it's Carlito coming down. Wow, I was like, what the heck? It's like okay, that's Carlito. I was like, what the heck? Like it just took me by surprise first. I was like, it's Carlito. Wow, okay, cool. And then, like you said, the LWO beat down and Savio Vega. Oh my, like what is he now in his like late
He's
50s?
57, 58 years old,
Yeah,
something like that.
Those chops were awesome. I was just watching that, and it was
You
just
know who
like,
those chops reminded me of as soon as you started throwing? It used to remind me of Wahoo McDaniels when he used to throw those chops.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely a Wahoo
Yep.
vibe to it, which is it's interesting because again, it wasn't. It kind of was the tomahawk chop, but it was Savio's own style on it. So yeah, like it definitely did have a little Wahoo flair to it. But yeah, no, again, great match. And like the thing that I loved overall in general about the match was like Bad Bunny and Damian Priest played this perfectly. Big
Yep.
man, little man, like like the surprise Michinoku driver at the beginning. Then Bad Bunny would continue to fire up, and then Damian would just shut him down and toy
See,
with
that's
him.
the best, and I agree with you, Scotty. And I don't say that very often, but that is the best part. That was the best part of this match was there's a little bit of flicker of fire, and the next thing you know, Priest was pushing him down. Right?
Yeah.
They just went back and forth like that. Bunny never got any he did have a bunch of chair shots and stuff like that, and he never really got any big fire until the end, which was great.
Yep.
They that match, whoever booked that match or whoever was the agent on that match.
Yeah,
Kudos,
exactly.
kudos.
It wasn't Vince.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would have been a Vince. Like that doesn't the Vince would have completely booked that ass backwards. But no, again,
No, Lars would have come down.
Yeah. But yeah, no, again, just like the way they saw, and then as the match went on, Damian would get more and more hurt. So he's selling the leg, he's selling other stuff. So but like it never stopped being, Bad Bunny fire up, Damian would shut him down, and then it was after the LWO and Savio and that whole thing where it really started to look like Bad Bunny could actually get the win on that. And and Damian still kept firing up, still kept coming back and just shutting everything down. And then he's hopping on one leg and still doing moves, and you're like, oh my gosh, whether he's hurt or not, that hopping on one leg was a great way to sell things. It's like you just like, okay, he's still determined to beat this little guy into a bloody pulp. No matter how bad he's hurt, he'll find a way to do it.
Well,
so, yeah.
they missed it. They missed a perfect opportunity to not call the finisher a Canadian destroyer. They should have called it the Puerto Rican destroyer. I have no idea why they didn't do that.
Yeah, well,
Unbelievable.
that was actually again, it's hard to tell who gives that move and who takes it sometimes, but for a guy like Bad Bunny to give that to Damian Priest, it was very well executed. So
the guy who's taking it is the guy who's giving it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's how that works. Yeah, that's how that works. But they missed the opportunity. All right, question of the night. All right, so I'm giving this A plus. This match was great. It was so overbooked. They entered Carlito and Savio Vega and LFML. Yeah, laugh my fucking ass. LWO. They entered all these guys perfectly at the right time for all of it. Like it was so overbooked.
Yeah, the sequence was perfect. So despite giving the night of the match to Bianca and Io, I think upon further review, I'm going to give this one the match of the night. Definitely. And we'll give it an A. With all them in the ring at the end of this match, all the LWO. Yes, Scotty.
Huh?
Scotty, did you put up your hand? Did you put up the little hand thing?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it looked like you okay. Anyway, for them to your belly's hit the buttons. There's actually a thing on here where if you want to be seen or heard, you can go to this little emoji and hit the button to say my turn. Okay, no worries. Hey, no worries. Anyway, the scene with all the LWO in the ring at the end of this match, that's how it should have went off the air.
Yeah, that should have closed the show. Yeah,
sure. But it was a great match. So Scotty. But Scotty, I see you now. Scotty, the floor recognizes Scotty.
No, I give it an A plus. Again, it was very well done. It was definitely it just, again, all the sequence was right. The way the match was laid out the whole time was right. The Bad Bunny moments where he did get big stuff in was great. The crossbody off the top was phenomenal. And again, he's not, like you said, he's not the best. What the heck?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You did something, Jason, but all right, anyways.
Go ahead.
No, so the now I lost my freaking train of thought because you freaking distracted me. No, like just the way it was laid out, like the big moves were good, the selling was good, the whole thing. So yeah, A+. It definitely was a really, really well done match. So
Agreed. All right. So that's it for Backlash.
what question do you have? You had a question.
Oh, sorry, Scotty. Sorry. You raised your hand. I was gonna ignore my question.
Yeah.
Who's better? Logan Paul, Bad Bunny?
Again,
I'll go with Logan Paul.
Yeah, I give it to Logan. I mean, here's the thing. Logan's had more matches and just has a natural ability for what he does in the ring. Bad Bunny is good, don't get me wrong, but
entertaining.
I think
you know what make Daddy.
I think Bad Bunny is more like, again, he's got good trainers and producers, like somebody that can keep him on track to what he needs to do in the match without going so overboard that he screws something up and makes an ass out of himself and makes himself look bad. So whoever they had, like you said, whoever they had producing the match, he learned what he needed to do. He knew, he got the move sequences right, and they created a good story. But I don't think Bad Bunny's had enough time in the ring to be as good as Logan Paul.
Maybe we get a Bad Bunny Logan Paul.
See, I wouldn't do that for at least another year.
They're so far away from doing that. Yeah, they're so far away.
That would be a Mania match if they did it.
Yeah. I don't even know that they need to do that.
Oh no, but if Vince was in charge, he'd make it.
I mean, they're probably talking to both of them about it, either for Mania next year or a couple years down the road. But they're probably already putting the ink on the contract for it at some point down the road. But
on a side note, go ahead, finish, Scotty.
I'm done.
So,
you must raise your hand to be recognized by the floor.
After this pay-per-view, LWO versus Judgment Day, that needs to move on. No more Bloodline versus Sammy, KO, and Idiot Riddle. That needs to move on too. Like,
let's hope that they end all that.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah. So, all right, but that's it for our Backlash review. Wasn't the shit show that I thought it was going to be. So,
much better than I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. And we'll be back later on in the week. There's actually a new video up right now. I did a little bit of a toy review. I must have got like 10 or 12 micro brawlers in the mail the other day. I actually just got another one yesterday, and I got another one coming in a couple of days. I brawlered out. But that review's up. Just went up while we were talking. It was going up. And then what else was in there? Oh, Funko. Yeah, that's what we doing, bro. That's what we're doing. We got to keep it going. Got to keep it fresh. So maybe we'll get a video of Scott here one day.
Yeah, I need to get my toy room a little cleaned up, but yes, I want to do a video of all my wrestling figures here soon.
Yeah, so no worries. All right, we are at 46 subscribers, I think. Did we pick up one since last time, maybe?
I think so, because we were at 45 last weekend, so we picked up an extra one. Okay. So whoever you are,
let me look here. Let me
get this video out so we can share it.
Yep, we are 46. So
whoever that 46 subscriber was, thank you.
Yep.
You're putting one more person closer.
Spread the word.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, and spread the word.
Thanks, Mom.
You
What is
bought-
this? What is this YouTube? What is it? YouTube? I don't know. So
What?
anyway, that's my mom. That's what my mama said. The YouTube.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Is this the bath channel? Do you get in the bath? No, it's mom. It's tube. Like
Oh.
light tube, like that death wrestling you watch? No, mom. Settle down. I know you like the Matt Tremont. No, mom, settle down. It's not the light tube. Right. It's not the light tube. Anyway, that's it for Hardway. You guys got anything else?
Nope, I think we're good. Although the next time
Get
we
ready
talk-
for Raw tonight. We got 2 triple threats. We're gonna start this tournament.
Oh, triple threats. Well, who is our Ricky? Ricky.
God damn it.
Damn it. Do your job, Ricky. Who do we got in these triple
I
threats?
had it
tonight?
earlier. What did I say? It was Cody, Finn, and
Cody, Finn, and was it Theory?
Miz.
Miz. Oh, okay, we know who's
And
taking
the
the
other
pin.
one was Seth, Priest, and God damn it. I should have kept the damn page up.
So here's the tough part. And we're getting away from doing Backlash here. Actually, you know what? Let's just, if you want to see what we're getting ready to say, you're going to have to watch the next video. We're going to stop this video right here. We're going to go into another one. So thank you. Please like, subscribe.
Impromptu.
No, yeah, impromptu. Like, subscribe, please. And we'll see you next time on The Hard Way.